Please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. I felt her words slice through the air before they even finished leaving her lips. I want a divorce. She said it in our living room while her phone lit up beside her hand, the screen flashing a name she tried to angle away from me. And when I looked up, I saw him standing behind her near the doorway. Her coworker. His hands in his pockets. His smirk already forming as if the whole scene had been planned long before I arrived. For a moment, everything inside me went silent. Not calm. Just silent. The kind of silence that comes before something breaks. I kept my eyes on her, studying the tremble in her fingers as she clasped them together. Her eyes flicked toward him, then back at me, then down to the floor. She looked guilty, conflicted, scared. But she didn't look surprised. That alone told me everything. When I finally breathed, the sound cracked like something old and tired. I asked her why. She whispered something about growing apart, about stress, about feeling unseen. Every word felt rehearsed. Every excuse felt like a soft curtain hiding something much darker. He stepped forward. Not enough to speak, but enough to make his presence known. Enough to show he wasn't there by mistake. My heart clenched, confusion fighting anger inside me like twin storms. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run. I wanted her to deny everything. I wanted the world to make sense again. But she just stood there, shaking, avoiding my eyes as if she feared what she'd see reflected back. I told her to tell me the truth. Not the pretty version. Not the softened one she could live with. The real one. She swallowed hard. Her coworker shifted, preparing himself, bracing like a man ready for fallout. Her confession came out in fragments. Late nights at work that weren't work. A friendship that turned into something more. Emotional confusion that slid into physical betrayal. And the guilt that grew until she couldn't face me. Her voice cracked on the word confused, but even then, she didn't look at me. It was him she glanced at. Him she kept checking. Him she silently leaned toward even if her feet never moved. That hurt more than her confession. I felt my throat burn, but I didn't let it show. I asked her when she decided she wanted a divorce. She said last week. I asked why she didn't tell me sooner. She said she didn't know how. She looked small, scared, human, broken in her own way. And even then, part of me still loved her. That was the worst part. Loving someone while watching them give their choices to someone else. He finally smirked, unable to contain himself. A tiny upward curl like victory. That was when everything inside me snapped back into place. Not anger. Not denial. Something clearer. Something painfully calm. Perfect. She's all yours. The moment the words left my mouth, the smirk vanished from his face. He wasn't expecting that. He wasn't expecting the finality. He wasn't expecting the way she crumbled at those words, sinking into the couch as if hearing them tore something open inside her she didn't know existed. She whispered my name, her voice cracking. Not to deny. But because she realized something too late. She wanted the thrill, the attention, the escape. She didn't want the aftermath of choosing him publicly. But I wasn't going to save her from her own decisions. I walked to the door. My hands shook, but my steps didn't. Behind me, she cried. He stood frozen. And for the first time all night, the silence inside me felt like peace instead of devastation. As I stepped outside, the cold air hit my skin like truth. Raw, painful, cleansing. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. This chapter was over. Fully, completely, and without return.